Alright, hello everybody. So lately I've been working a lot on web developing stuff, so I'm going to show you what I've done with the NihonALT project that I had. If you remember, a few months ago I had a video that was about 30 minutes long and really hard to understand, and it was my goal for the website that I had made for our English teaching department. It stored all of our online, all of our materials that we wanted to share online, and it was easy to navigate. That was the idea that I had behind it. The only thing was that it was really hard to update and mess with. So if I wanted to change the styling of something, I had to go through and change literally thousands of elements, and that's not fun, and it's not very dry. Not very dry. So today I'm going to show you what I've done now. This is NihonALT as it is, early August, I guess. But I'm going to put this up on the website as well. I'm going to launch my portfolio page with this as well. So this uses React, and it uses React Flux properly, and it uses React Router better. So it was much easier to make as a whole. So what we've got here is the main landing page, and basically this boils down to having a nav bar here, the banner, which is not really important, and then this part right here, it's going to load one of two routes. The main route is the root page, basically the home page, so it's going to load that up, and that's really simple. It's just got some links and some announcements, some text. That's all it is, really. And then this next route is based on where the user clicks on the navigation bar. So if they choose a certain thing, they're going to get fed a page that's based on the location and ID that was in the navigation bar. So let's have a quick look at that. So the navigation bar, it is super simple compared to the last one. I'm honestly kind of surprised, but it's because I've also used a different styling library. I've used Materialize. I'll show you that in a sec. Anyways, when someone clicks on one of these, it's going to feed them certain information. So if they click on the one that says within NH1 Unit 1, it's going to give it's going to tell us this. It's going to tell us 2 bits of information, NH1, U1, and then LP. That's the ID. So that's what happens here, and let's go on to Pages. So Pages, let's go to the top. Pages properly uses React Flux, so it's going to have a page data store that it gets data from, and in order to tell the page data store what information it should be giving, there is a page store actions, and so right now there's only one action, but I'm going to add some more. It's going to tell them this right here. So when the component mounts, it's going to use this store page actions, and it's going to send them the location where we're at. So in this case, NH1 U1, I think that was the one that we used, and it goes there and says, hey, load this data, and then we're going to use it. We're going to set it based on what your state is. We're going to set our state based on your state. And then let's see, next part is loading the actual page ID. So based on where we're at, so LP was the ID, it's going to use this little method, and this method will take that ID and spit out a template. And this is the fantastic part. This part is going to save me a lot of time if I ever do launch this live. It's going to let me change things like styling or structure-based things, like just through this. So for several hundred pieces of material, they all go through this. So I just have to change this if I want to change the styling. And that also means that I don't have to individually type out the structure and paste in the information for each thing, each piece of material. So this is really the best part. And then there's some other stuff that provides information to the page that I'll show. And then right here is basically where it all loads into. These are the substructures right here, or where the data gets loaded in from other functions. And and I forgot to show you the store, the page data store, where all the information is stored. It's a lot of stuff, but basically whenever this page data store is told to match with the location, it's going to look at this and say, hey, do we have something within our constructor here that matches the information that was passed? And then it'll say, yeah, we do. We have NH1U1, and it passes this to it. It sets it to this page data, and then that gets turned into the state on the pages file. Yeah, if you got that. So, but the nice thing with this is that I just enter in the information for each individual material here. So the title, the image link, and then a download link, and then some instructions, and then we're done. And any other things I want to add on to this, I would just add right here. So it works out pretty nicely. So yeah, now I've done enough talking about it. Let me show you it. This is the page as it is, and it's pretty decent. I think functionally it does exactly what I need to do. And so this is the main page, and just the boring old style. I'll be changing this up to allow for, like, make it more of a public thing, because right now it still looks how it was before when it was private. So I'll have more useful information, more interesting things. And yeah, so let's go to NH1U1. So on here, when we click this, it will change this, just like I mentioned earlier. And that's our location, that's our ID, and that passes to various functions in the code. And then it loads this up. It serves all this information up based on those two things and the store that has all the data. And I didn't have to do all this work. Yeah, so that's the awesome part. So and then you can change the parts between within the unit. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, review. Works with other stuff too. So special needs has kind of a different location, and this information is just a little bit different. So yeah, it works out really well. Let's see. Oh, I need to update that. Let's see. And that's pretty much it. That's the NihonALT website project as of August, with more proper adherence to the guidelines for React, and it has a fresher look. It's got the materialize styling that I mentioned, and I like it a lot more, and it's a lot more predictable and I think stable. I don't know, maybe it was just me being a noob, but Bootstrap seemed a little weird. I don't know, it's not as nice as this, I think, but it has its merits. I do miss some of the more fleshed out ideas that they do have. Bootstrap has a lot more components to work with, I think. But yeah, this is it here, and yeah, I think that's about it. The fun part was all in the code, but it took a lot of time to think about it and get through some things. I don't think there's any big issues right now. Yeah, so anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and pretty soon I'll have the portfolio page up, if it's not up already, because it's going to go up tomorrow. My actual portfolio website that will include this, so you can look around too. And I can show you a little sneak peek. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys